know how to set up these streams. I think I do. We'll see, though. My computer might hate me. Hold on 1 second. It's coming through on YouTube right now. Oh, I think we got it. What's up, team? How we doing? Welcome back, everybody. Like 20 seconds before we go live, I just see that comment from A. Garcia. He's like, so he was locked up? No, bro. I wasn't in jail. Like, you guys saw me the entire time. All right, guys. Let's have a good morning over here. Everybody, again, you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in. Would help out a little bit. We got a lot of stuff to cover this morning. I got a couple of updates for you guys. I got some announcements. We are going to have some fun. I just hope my computer doesn't, like, completely hate me. It might, because there's a lot of stuff on there. And the reason why there's a lot of stuff on the computer right now is I've got like 20, well, I have to record 2 more, but I've got like 22 of these videos ready to go for you guys, and some of them are really long. So let's see. How we doing, though? Let's do a little bit of a roll call. How we doing, everybody? Let's see who we got in here. We got Henry, Incognito, Rycack, Skidmark, Randy, A. Garcia, Gaetano, Moto, Chameleon. I know I saw Pepe hanging around in here somewhere. Maddie, if anybody is new, let me know. I know, we've been going nuts on Instagram and TikTok. I'm beefing with TikTok right now because I had that video get like 230,000 views, and then they just said, nope. But all right. What's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy? Some fire trades on the horizon. Oh, yeah. You know, I violated house arrest? Guys, I wasn't in jail. You guys all saw what I was doing. It's like he's gone. What does that mean? He must be in prison. No, that's not how it works. All right. Let's get into it a little bit over here, kind of go through some things that we need to look for going into market open over here, and kind of go through what we're talking about this week. All of you guys that have the free ebook and the newsletter, I mean, you guys know the deal. You guys have been prepared for every single week. This week, we're going to change the format of the newsletter. It's going to be a little bit different. Instead of the write-up, we're going to actually do a live stream on Sunday. So you guys want the ebook, want the free newsletter. It's all free. Link in the description there. If you guys want to do that. But TLT is really interesting to me. You guys know, I mean, we've made those 2 videos in the past on TLT on exactly kind of what we were looking for, what we needed to see happen. I mean, we've called this thing to a T so far. So again, everybody wanted to buy this thing at 100. I think I told you guys sub 85 was where I was looking to get this thing. And that's exactly what we did. So I started kind of buying around here, just kind of taking bites. We popped up, sold off a little bit, and then this is really where I finished that first scale in, and then we saw that bit. I think this is the Ackman cover right here. And then we started moving back to the upside. So this thing is looking really good. We saw the 10-year treasury yields top out at 5%. There's a lot of interesting things moving right now that I think are very relevant to this right here. And just basically, there's a lot of different ways that we could talk about TLT. The first thing is TIA. So remember how we talked about the concept of TINA? There is no alternative before between equities, stocks, and then the bond market, because the yields that you were getting in the bond market for whatever duration that you were going for wasn't enough for investors to say, well, I'm going to take my money. If they're looking at just going between stocks and bonds, it didn't make sense for them to go into bonds really at all because the yields were so low. That's not the case anymore. So you could easily see modern portfolio theory come right back in with those with just normal 60-40 portfolios, which is 60% equities, 40% bonds, and then they let these portfolios run. There are some other factors too, but with rates at these levels, and if they can hold at like right around where we're currently at, I think it's what, 4.4 something? 4.4 something, I think is what we're looking at here. That's not it. US 10Y. Yeah, 4.41. I mean, if this can hold right around here, you're going to see a lot more demand coming in. There's a lot of things. We could probably make a whole video or a whole 2-hour live stream about TLT with repos. What's happening next year with that like 7.6 or 7.8 trillion dollars of government debt that needs to be rolled over. The important part about that is that they collected that money, took the loan at a lower interest rate than what we're seeing right here. So if they then have to go basically refinance at higher rates, well, it adds to the interest expense that the government has to pay every single year, which is not what we want. That's not what you want for the government, because one, we're already not in a great spot. Now, here's an interesting way of thinking about this. Then we'll move on to individual tickers, and then I'll say hi to you guys that are filtering in. So you can think about government spending, and I saw this the other day, and I was like, that's brilliant. The debt that the government is basically going into is financed by the spending itself, which is a very weird concept to think about. Now, it depends on where the government spends it, but in general, you can say that the debt is financed by the spending itself, because where does the money go? Well, if you're giving it out to, let's say, a great example of this is back in COVID, which I think I can say that now on YouTube, but do I really care? No, I really don't. All of that money, if you think about it, it wasn't staying in banks for very long. It was getting spent. When you spend money, it becomes somebody else's salary. What are salaries? Well, you don't get the full thing. You get taxed. Where does the money go? Back to the government. What happens when all of these companies are able to generate more shareholder value in large amounts of those shares are then sold on the open market? Well, you create taxable events, and the money goes back to the government anyway, which then they can use to pay off debt, do all sorts of nonsense. So the debt is then financed by the spending itself, which is very, very, very interesting. Let's talk about some individual tickers here first. Let's get TLT back on here. Those of you guys that have been on the newsletter, I mean, we've been talking about Mara, Affirm. PayPal was another, that for the first week of the newsletter was ridiculous, guys. I mean, that was what, the 600% PayPal, the DraftKings was nasty. I was not able to grab the Affirm because it was a little bit choppy in here, and you guys know how I like to trade these. Nasty trade here coming in yesterday, 11.97% to the upside, up a little bit more in the pre-market today. So any of you guys that are on that downloaded the free ebook, read the little write-up on the strategy in the are reading the newsletter, I mean, you guys were able to see this one. Mara is an interesting one to me because I still have everything up from the ebook here. But you can see back here, this is written out perfectly for you guys. 140% move to the upside, consolidates for a while in here. We have our range, we break out of the range, and this was the 1,200% trade from back in, what date is this? June, July? Yeah, June and July. Now, I think this was honestly one of the last streams that I had with you guys before I left. We drew this. We drew this down move through the zone, coming back up, consolidating within it, and then potentially a break to the upside. So we're starting to see this here. Depending on what happens this week, I think this one could get a little spicy, but we'll see. That's kind of all I'm looking at here. I think there were a few more. I think Rocket was another one that I was looking at. It wasn't, yeah, this one's interesting. I like this one. This one needs a little bit more time, but you can see here, shift of trend, earnings flip, and then we just continue. How do you get the newsletter? Actually, let me grab the link for you guys. Yeah. I mean, I was telling you guys, gotta be following me on Instagram. That's where I've been. I mean, you guys have seen that, but here is the link here. You get the free ebook and the free newsletter as well. And then this week oh wait, hold on. Yeah, so it's shortthevix.info is the link. I don't know if that's actually gonna link it in, but it's just shortthevix.info. That's all it is. And then you guys can go download it, and then you're on the newsletter. But the newsletter this week is going to be in a little bit of a different format because I don't think you guys really want to see, like, sit there and read 12 pages of me writing. Oh, thank you, Pepe. I appreciate that, buddy. They've been really beaten down. Yeah, recently we've had some really good swing setups on earnings flips. Now, you don't have to trade the earnings. You don't have to do any of that. All you need to do is just watch for the companies. Again, we're going to talk. I have a lot of things coming for you guys, like a boatload. For swings, I mean, I can tell you guys right now that we're going to talk more about swinging in February. End of February, beginning of March is kind of the timeline that I have for when we're actually going to do this other thing. But I have a pretty giant announcement coming for you guys that if you're on the email list getting the newsletter, you're going to see it. And if you're following me on Instagram, you're going to get that as well. But we've had a lot of good opportunities with these because you've seen these stocks in such a significant downtrend beaten down when everything else is moving nicely, and then their earnings come out and it flips the trend, but they always go into these consolidation periods after this. PayPal's a great example of this. PayPal's a great example. So this is what happened with PayPal. So we saw this very, very, very significant downtrend, and I was writing about this too. You guys had this write up on exactly what I was doing in here, and then we kind of covered this, I think, 2 newsletters ago, where we saw this inside bar, nice consolidation, size it down a little bit going into, because this was CPI here, and then boom, this was a 600% trade, which was awesome. Whoa, what's up, Kenny? How you doing, guys? Oh man, you guys are awesome. You signed up but didn't get the newsletter this week? You should have. You should have. They all got sent. Or no, it was like it might have had something to do with your email. Sometimes you got to check spam. It says it's not going to spam, but sometimes it does for some reason. WRK, what's that? What's that? West Rock Company. It's up nicely in the pre-market. This isn't something that I would touch, but good for you if you're touching it. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. All right, guys. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in, helps out a little bit. Wayfair's another one. Yeah, no, Wayfair's not one here. Again, this, if it held on this earnings move and flatlined, yeah, that would be great, but it didn't. The sellers took advantage of it to the downside. I mean, you guys have that little, the kind of precursor understanding of the 2 strategies that I'm just nailing it with now. The day trading strategy, I'll tell you guys right now, part of the announcement, I'm not going to tell you guys yet. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. I might do it tomorrow. Do the announcement of what we have coming on tomorrow. But the strategy's had 0 losing months in 2023, and I don't foresee it really ever having losing months. You'll see why. You can understand why with what's happened in the ebook and just the strategy that's there. It's like I'm hitting 1 to 7 risk to rewards, guys. Like, it's very difficult for that strategy to come out in the red. It's nasty. You don't have to do very much. You're sitting there for maybe an hour every single day. A literal kindergartner could do this. It's also getting bright here. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Freaking camera nonsense again. Missed you. I missed you guys too. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Coin on a run? Yeah, give me some Mara, dude. I don't really like trading coin, but give me some Mara. I want some Mara up here. This would be nice if Mara could get up to like 1280 there. That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet, man. Let's see. SoFi? Let's see. Oh, we got to talk about what my banking expert was talking about this week too. We got to do that as well. First of all, like people always like hate on like really successful people. Great ebook, thanks, man. Your recent trades have been silly good. Love to see it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm posting all of them on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you guys are following me over there. That's where I've been. I've just been hanging out over there. It's been a great time. But what was the what were we talking about? Oh, the banking stuff. Yeah, we got to talk about the banking stuff. So, first of all, you guys, I mean, some of you guys might have experience with it. Some of you guys may not. Like super successful people are like the coolest people of all time. They're so cool. They just like hang out. Like it's hard to explain, but like sometimes you just see them do things and you're just like, oh, you're just a normal dude. Like they just do funny stuff. But they do cool things too. Like we were at dinner and they're like, what are the specials? And it's like, hey, we got these like tomahawks. And they're like 4 pounds each. And I was like, that sounds cool. Must be nice. And then he's just like, let's get 2 of them. I'm like, what? They bring them out. They bring them out, and I'm like, this is bigger than my head. The fib retracement in the ebook worked great too. Thanks a lot. RR, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, that thing it's so dirty. There are some nuances and some other things that make it even better. If you just trade it like I just said it in the ebook, again, it's impossible for me to say all of the different nuances to that strategy in like a written form, But remember those 20 videos. I got something coming for you. But okay, so let's talk about banking. So my question was, and this is the conversation that I was having with him, was commercial real estate. So if you're thinking about commercial real estate in the frame of what recently happened with regional banks this year with the mark-to-market issue with the treasuries, it's a very similar conundrum that's happening with commercial real estate now, especially in the office space, because these buildings were very, very, very expensive. Like $100 million buildings, $150 million buildings that are now worth a fraction of that. So my question was, well, how much, are those loans actually a significant part of these banks' balance sheets? And if it is, it could be something to keep a lookout for, because in my mind, if they're going to try to avoid any type of housing or real estate nonsense, what the Fed would have to come in and do is cut rates quickly. So then people would want to take out loans and go and buy these properties for maybe inflated values. You're starting to see residential properties come down significantly, especially with the data that we saw yesterday, but commercial is going to move a lot slower just because of the transaction volume is going to be lower. Well, think about it. There's not many people or organizations out there that are able to buy $100 million plus buildings. But the interesting thing is that the banks on their balance sheet are still marking those properties as if they're worth what they loaned on. So like, let's say the $100 million building they loaned $60 million on, they're still marking it as if it's still worth $100 million. Now, if those sales go through, then, well, they have to take some decent losses on it. Now, the conclusion really is here. There's two things, and this is one of them is what I thought, and the other one was what I was told. The actual the percentage that these loans actually are very low. Could they take losses on them? Yes, but it's not going to be what everybody thinks. The second thing is that think about if you're let's say a Rockefeller, a Vanderbilt, a Rothschild, and you've had these properties in your family, giant buildings, for many, many generations. You have to think about how the money actually went into those buildings. Well, it's almost all of the time going to be a 1031 exchange. Well, with a 1031 exchange, if they then have to give the keys back to the bank, all of that money goes, bye-bye. Sorry, you're done. So if you're one of those families or individuals that is in that situation, which a lot of these buildings are, they've been held by these funds that have these large families that invested in them. Well, they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to just write off and be like, oops, bye-bye property. Now we're taking a giant loss for no reason. They'd much rather just pay the mortgage on it, if they still have one, every single month, every single year, and then just take a tiny loss in the short term before they can either rezone it, repurpose it, or actually get tenants in there if it's empty. So it's just something that people aren't thinking about when people are talking about just commercial real estate in general and what effect that could have. Because everybody's talking about like, oh my God, real estate could do this. It's like, yeah, but not really. Like they're not going to do that. Don't get sidetracked. They brought out 2 tomahawks, and then what happened? We ate both of them, and it was epic. It was ridiculously good. So, all right, guys. What's up, everybody? So, I think we'll be live for a little while today. I'll probably end these streams at, 9:45, 10 o'clock, so I can go make some money, too, and film them for Instagram and TikTok. Nothing against you guys, but if you guys see the performance on TikTok and Instagram, we got 120 people on this live stream, and we're getting hundreds of thousands of views on those platforms. So unless we start cranking on YouTube, which I honestly don't want to do, then we're gonna end the streams and I'm gonna go do that, and you guys can watch those too. And we have some great things coming for you guys too. The tomahawks were ridiculous. They were really good. Today, though, especially for ES, with the strategy with that ebook, I'm not looking at a whole lot. This one was filthy. This one from when? Last Wednesday was just ridiculous. I showed you guys this one on Instagram. This is nasty. I mean, you guys know there's a take profit halfway through here. So what would this be? Like 24.5 points. So what? 12.25 in here. So this is just perfect right here. Dink, right up. Risk to reward to that one, 1 to 4. Risk to reward if that would have hit the full take profit there is what? 1 to 8? Come on, dude. Let's see. It's because no one's hitting the like button. You guys can hit the like button if you want. I don't care. Again, I'm doing this for you guys. Like I was thinking about it. I was like, I'll do it a little bit. I'll hop back on the streams a little bit. Go make your money. It makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to be notified with the updates and the big things that I have coming, what do you call it? They'll be over on Instagram. So it's just shortthevix1. Again, you guys that want to get the free ebook, the newsletter, the link is in the description there. And then the one that I have pinned, today's the last day to get 90% off Apex accounts. If you guys want that, go for it. Affirm is, I'm just like, this one would have been a giant one if I was able to grab it. I just wasn't. I mean, I took basically no day trades last week, maybe one. If I remember, there was this one. Yeah. There was this one, and that was it. And then I've just been sitting on the swings, especially with this strategy, guys. It's like free. You don't have to do much. Once you guys see these back tests, you're gonna be like, oh my god. How's the OnlyFans doing? Good. What's my name on TikTok? It should just be shortthevix1, Instagram and TikTok. But Instagram is the one that you because I'm gonna be announcing things on my story. So, there you guys go. My OnlyFans? It's doing good. Oh, I was hanging out with my TikTok famous friend 2 weeks ago. She's OnlyFans manager and makes more money than everybody. Putting in my first payout from Apex Friday. Good work, Logan. Good work. All right, we got 8 minutes till market open. I'm starting to get hungry. This is a problem. What else do we have this week? Oh, what did we talk about in the newsletter? PCE? I think, hold on. I think it's this, isn't it? It's this one right here. This is the newsletter? Yeah. What were we talking about with PCE? Yeah, Affirm. Look, boom, newsletter. Ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, it's probably going to leave without me. And then, boom. Where were we talking about PCE? I think it's up here. No, where is that? Here we go. PCE. So we're going to do this in a video format this week. Let's see. PCE stands for Personal Consumption Expenditures, commonly referred to as the Fed's preferred metric of inflation. That's coming out on Thursday. They account for 2/3 of domestic spending and is a significant driver of GDP. Reason for that is tracking the goods and services made and sold through the U.S. So if the PCE price index is increasing, it means that the costs for these goods and services obviously increasing, which is telling us that the inflationary pressures on the economy are still persistent. If it's decreasing, then the opposite is the conclusion that you can come to. This metric peaked in June of 2022 at a year-over-year rate of 6.9%. And the most recent release in October, covering the month of September, showed the rate currently at 3.4%, which is great progress. Seeing this rate decrease over the next 6 months will give the Fed the ability to say they have reached a sufficiently restrictive policy stance and can start thinking about moving the federal funds rate lower. That is what we're looking mostly at this week in terms of data. In terms of data here, PCE coming out on Thursday, and then also pending home sales, which I didn't really write about. But that's going to be interesting as well. I would expect that number to be relatively low. That's what I would expect for that one. Ivy Crush on Affirm and Open, much like a video. Oh, did they have earnings? Is that what happened? Why would there be... Did they have earnings? No, they couldn't have had earnings. There can't be... Why would there be IV Crush on Affirm? I don't know. It wouldn't make any sense for... What do you call it? For there to be IV Crush on Affirm. Let's see. Where's Mara? My computer's starting to hate me a little bit. That's not bad. Up 2.75% in the pre-market here. This would be the interesting one. I believe this was the trade that we hit last time. This one wasn't bad. I mean, I was size small on it. You guys saw it on Twitter. Did they change how they calculate it since then? Calculate what? What are you talking about? Calculate what? What's ES doing? Nothing. Yeah, just chilling, doing nothing. Most of my day when I'm trading is just me sitting here listening to music and doing nothing. We could do a little bit of a, what do you call it? Like trading psychology lesson right now before market open. And I think this is something that, like, you guys don't necessarily, it's not clicking for some of you yet. When I say that you're a steward of your system, I'm talking, and you guys are going to hear a lot about this in these 22 videos that I have coming for you guys, where trading is built out of 3 key pillars, which you all know, which is strategy, psychology, and risk management. Now, psychology and risk management, the ease at which you're able to master those 2 things is made a lot easier or a lot more difficult depending on what strategy you're using in the market. Now, it doesn't matter what the strategy, I should phrase that a little differently. It's more so how well that you know your strategy in the market. When I go into the market every single day, there have been months at a time now where I have literally no idea what the SPY's trading at. Zero. No idea. Because I don't care. I know from the back testing with that new thing that I showed you guys that over time it freaking prints. Like, big time. So, having a strategy like that and making it more and more strict makes it so much easier for you to never make a psychological mistake or a risk management mistake because your rules are so specific. But why are they so specific? They're so specific because you're crafting a strategy and a system that you're basically looking at in terms of, if I could code a bot, what would it do? The 3 M's? No, this is the 3 M's. This is how you converge the 3 M's together and make it so easy. And this is the thing that people don't realize about trading. It's like, yeah, psychology and risk management is great, but if you're an individual that is just undisciplined, it's impossible for you to have success. But if your rules and your strategy are so well defined, because the backtests show that trading, according to certain parameters and metrics, is allowing you to make significant amounts of money over time, well, then it's impossible for you to then make those risk and emotional mistakes in the short term. It's impossible. So, like, if I go into the market every single day, you guys see it on my Instagram, you guys see it on my TikTok. I'm not posting videos every single day. I don't trade every single day. Most days, I'm not trading. But I make more money than most people. Why? Why? I'm not sitting here saying I have to trade today. I don't have to do anything. Zero. I can sit here all day, do nothing. Because I know that over time, those 6 to 8 trades a month I'm probably going to take intraday are going to print big time. Like, you guys have seen me hit, like, I don't know, $3,000-$4,000 trades with barely any risk on those videos. That's one account. One account. Like, I don't have to do anything. Discipline. Right. Well, most of you guys, like, and it's not a you guys thing, it's an everybody thing, where people are just going to enter the market and just do stupid things. if you can take the stupid element out of it and have something that's just gonna like look you dead in the face, that it makes you feel sick. Oh, ding, 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 market open. If you don't follow the rules because you know the strategy over time works, it's just a logical argument that you're making to yourself saying, why would I do anything else? All right, let's see what we got here. What's Mara do? Oh! There we go. What are these Mara contracts up right now? Probably nothing crazy. Maybe like 40% or something. Yeah, no, they haven't moved, but they're up like 31%. Where's TLT? Where's TLT? Nothing. Affirm. This freaking thing. Dude, the newsletter's been printing. I mean, this one, I don't even know how, like, what percentage this one would have been up. Did anybody from the newsletter, does Apex allow me to trade these stocks? No, Apex doesn't. Apex is just for futures. So I trade futures. The other thing too is, and this is crazy too, when the videos that I was posting on like Instagram and TikTok really started like skyrocketing, everybody was asking me, and I couldn't figure out why, what broker. And I was like, why does it matter what broker it is? And I figured it out. Because most people are trying to trade Forex, and I didn't realize this, but apparently the brokers in the Forex space all have different data feeds. So the charts that they're seeing aren't the real price. So like when you heard all of those dumbasses talking about like, this isn't the real price, it's like, dude, relax. But with Forex, it is. It's not like you're not trading the thing that you think you are. So everybody's like, oh, I'm getting slipped. This is happening. All of this nonsense getting hammered by these fees. And that's why they're asking. And I was like, oh my God, if you guys just traded futures, you'd crush it. And like, what do I look like over here? Wearing fake jewelry and driving rented Lambos around? What the fuck is that? Do I look like I trade Forex? No. All right, what do we got going on here? ES, I'm always going to leave this on the 15-minute here. Let's see. Tesla? What happened with Tesla? I haven't really looked at Tesla much recently. How's this look on the daily? We don't need this, but Tessie. Why did this not pop up in my scanner? Because this has my attention now. Like this week, I'd love it to just consolidate in here like this and then boop. I don't know what you're saying, what the F for, but no, it's just this is just market open nonsense, guys. Like, relax. You don't have to do anything. Again, most of what I do every single day is nothing. I sit here and I just wait. And I just hang out doing other stuff. They were fake pearls? Dude, I didn't have real pearls. I told you guys they were fake pearls. Let's see here. All right, guys. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in, helps out a whole lot here. Let's see. Yeah, 38% of the Maras right now. That's fine. Those can chill right where they are. What am I up on the day here? Like 2% so far. Cool. Easy money with the other stuff that I have cooking. I've missed you, buddy. I missed you guys too. Oh, Pepe. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, so guys, the link that Pepe posted in the live chat just now gets you access to my free trading ebook, as well as the free newsletter as well. We're going to be switching the format a little for the newsletter. I ran a poll over on Instagram, and you guys said that you really wanted the newsletter to be in a video format. So that's what we're going to do this weekend. On Sunday, I'm going to send you guys an email probably an hour or two before we actually do it. I'll have everything prepared so that we're all good to go. And we'll do the newsletters that you guys have been receiving that we were calling out, the PayPal 600% trade, the DraftKings that I wasn't able to take. We were talking about Affirm. Affirm was just a beat. I think we were talking about that thing for two weeks. That was in 2 newsletters that we were talking about this. Oh, this giant move that this thing just made. So if you guys want to hop in there, and make sure you guys are following me on Instagram too, because that's where you're going to get the update of the really big project that I've been working on. And I think we're going to be able to release it next week. The one thing that I've been saying too is that if you guys are taking advantage of the free resources that I'm providing, the ebook and the newsletter, you're going to get a very, very hefty reward for being on there. So just saying, with the project that I have coming out, those of you guys that are taking advantage of that, again, it's like, I make these things for free for you guys, and those of you guys that are taking advantage of that, I really respect you guys that are actually doing that, because most people don't. They just want things fed to them, which is not the way to be in the market. Alerts are useless to everybody. Which one is the best to page futures as you're new and not able to understand it? Well, for day trading, I'd say futures. So this is my views on futures versus options. I personally am not a big fan of most things in Forex, but I mean, if you want to do it, I think Hero FX is pretty good, but honestly, I have no idea for brokers over there. Futures is great for day trading. It's going to beat options in my opinion, every time. And then for swing trading, options is way better. My Insta content has been fire. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do over here. The Instagram content's been popping off. It's like a bunch of videos in a row that are just cracking like 100K views. I appreciate you guys. You found the newsletter in your junk mailbox. Shouldn't go there anymore. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, so you guys will all get that this weekend coming into the I thought you guys would want to sit there and read it, which you guys were, but again, if you want it in a video format, we can do that. Sundays. We'll get the Sunday streams going. Finally making the switch, just waiting for some funds to clear. Yeah, futures is easier because no Greeks, it's pure price action. Right, so like if I'm trading the retracement stuff, I've done it with options before, but you can nail bigger plays with options though. Yes, but you're taking on a lot more risk to do so, which is why I think, and this is my opinion, and we can go on the data of this, that swing trading options is way better than day trading them, and day trading futures is way better than swinging them. Because most of you guys are not going to be able to afford to swing any futures just because the margin requirements switch overnight. So with you guys on your futures brokers, what they do is that they offer you what's called day margin. So you can get one ES contract for $500 a margin. Now, remember, margin isn't what they're giving you. It's what you're putting up. So $500 a margin. So what the actual cost, if you go direct to the CME, I think is like 12 grand or something. So when you hold it overnight, it switches. So a lot of you guys are not going to be able to do that. If you have like 5 ES contracts, you're going to have $50,000 laying around in your account to do that? I highly doubt it. But yeah, swing trading options is way better. Day trading futures is way better. That's just how it is. Can you still make a bunch of money day trading options? Yeah, you absolutely can. But for beginners, it's so much better. There's way less things that you can screw up. And then, yeah, I mean, again, with Apex, they also offer you guys those prop firms as well. So, I mean, I think you can get like $150,000 account with Apex right now for like $30, guys. It's ridiculous. That link's at the top of the live chat if you guys want to take advantage of it. But if you don't, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Again, I could look for something like this here. Wait, hold on. Where's the trend actually start? I mean, you could say right around here down, but okay. Here's just a little example of this for those of you guys that are on the ebook. I mean, I would never take this trade. I was looking at this morning just because the risk isn't where it needs to be, but look. It's only a point of risk here, so I would not have taken this, but you can just see, big thank you. Thank you very much. Enter green, take profit here, boom, done. The risk wasn't large enough though, and you guys are going to see the different nuances soon in this project that I have releasing. It's awesome. I mean, it's just great. This strategy is just ridiculous. You've been swinging AAL super cheap contracts, big gains. Nice. All right, let's see here. Dollar expected to weaken versus the euro, yen, and yeah, I don't really care about that. Oh, Mara, here we go, Mara. What are these at right now? 50% gains on the Mara. We're getting there. We are getting there, team. Let's see. All right, guys, if you wouldn't mind too, keep smacking that like on the way in. I think we're gonna do a lot of these streams. I think we'll go for like 45 minutes to an hour every single day. Or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that we'll do. He's back! I am back. Just so that you guys know, though, I'll say this right now. I don't like streaming. I don't like it. It sucks. So, like, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing it for me. So just put it out there. It's not that I don't like you guys. It's just a lot of stuff. Swinging's where it's at. I mean, I do most of my like 90% of my options trading is swinging. But Mara's looking good here. I'd love to see it get back up to like 1390. I'd love to see that. I think it can. We'll see though. This Affirm's kind of played out here. If you guys took this trade from the newsletter, played this thing to the upside, I mean, you guys murdered it again. That's what, 3 weeks in a row of, I don't think we had a 500% trade last week, just because it was the holiday week, which is fine. But this week, that's already another one. So that's what, technically 2 weeks in a row. You missed my insight on the market. It's better than any squawk on the street or other YouTubers. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I missed you so much, I accidentally typed STV in my ticker search. D, I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. What's T? Oh, Telly's hanging out here. I mean, so I had a few different positions on TLT. I'm out of one of them because it was more technically based. It was, I can kind of, where was it that I bought it again? I did something with it that was pretty interesting, and then I think it was it this move? No, I don't know, but I had some contracts for next June that were up like 80%, so I just took those and rolled them into the further out expiration month. That's all I did. Mara, come on, buddy. Don't do anything stupid today. Welcome back. Thanks, Eddie. TLT above 91. Yeah, it is. Great newsletter. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, it's free. Hop in. You get the ebook and the newsletter. And ebook. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'll grab that link from Pepe again here. And, I actually don't know if you guys can see the link from Pepe, so I'll throw it in there. I think, let me click this and just make sure that that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you guys are good to go. So there's the link for the free ebook and the newsletter there. Whoa! Get out of here. Get out of here. Ad block nonsense. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't really have to, again, guys, I don't really have to do much today, just letting these maras cook, and then seeing if I can get anything on ES, but right now it doesn't look like there's going to be much. I mean, you could have done this, but this is, again, if you're following the rules from the ebook, this is, I mean, guys, it doesn't miss. I mean, it does miss, but like, it really, like, look at this here. Look, enter, bing, TP, thank you. Like, you guys understand how simple this is? I wouldn't touch this though, just because, I mean, there was 2 of them today. You could have hit that one down, that I showed you guys earlier, and then this one right here, but there wasn't 2 points of risk on it, so not touching it. That's not what the back test is including, and that's not what the data show. So I don't touch it. I just sit here. You downloaded it? There we go. Yeah, just be on the lookout for those emails, and then make sure that you guys are watching for some of the Instagram stories this week, because that is going to be where I make the first announcement of the project that I'm releasing, and I think we're going to be good to go for a next week release on it. And everybody that's on the ebook, that downloaded the ebook on the newsletter, taking advantage of that, those free resources, you guys are all going to get a hefty reward, because I don't think it's, you'll see, you guys will see. I like when you guys take advantage of free things, and put that first foot forward and actually want to learn things. Mara, what else did we have on here? There were a couple others that I was looking at. Upwork was a little bit interesting, but I don't think this one's gonna do what it needs to do. Yeah, no, this one's not. I mean, it's sort of setting up, but not really. It's just kind of, this is more of like a trend line, and I hate trend lines, man. I just fucking hate them. They just don't. For me, in risk management and things like that, I just don't like trend lines because if you're like, oh, cool, we're gonna either put a stop below below or above a high, or like use the trend line moves so your risk moves. And I'm like, that just seems stupid. But when we get stuff like this, that's what I like. Consumer confidence at 10. Yeah, that could get interesting. So those of you guys, I mean, I think we got a couple of new people in here from Instagram and TikTok today, but US Steel shares jumped to session high. Freaking US Steel X got me that one time, and then I got it back like 6 months later, and then I was like, nope, no more US. Mara, thank you. Above 12. That's what we like to see. Hold on, let me pull this up right here, see what we got. What are we up now on these? Oh, only 56%. That's all right, I guess. 56% on the Maras so far. I'll take that. You have the ebook, but I'm not seeing the newsletter. Check junk mail, and it wasn't there either. Sometimes the emails bounce. It's very low percentage, though, when that happens. So you don't get... If you just downloaded the ebook and the newsletter, Romeo, you won't see the newsletter because it's not an autoresponder. I manually send them out on Sunday. So if you just joined, you're going to have to wait until next Sunday to get it. Let's see. Dude, I talk to Gabe all the time. Gabe and I are always on the phone. I was talking to him over the last week. I think we might do a little meetup soon, which would be fun. I haven't seen him in forever. I think the last time that Gabe and I got together and did something was when we ruined our livers for like the next however long. Which was fun, but really painful in terms of hangovers. Yeah, we got nothing here, really. We got nothing here. Till Sunday, what a fraud. It's free, asshole. Let's see. But yeah, you have the ebook until then. And then you get the new project coming out, which is going to be really awesome. I think that's going to give you guys a whole different... It's just going to add to your toolbox of like... Like, you can look... It's a sick way to pass prop firm challenges. It's a great way to do things. Let's see here. Meet up. I think I'll just like fly down there and screw around. Uh-oh, ads will run shortly for some viewers. What is this new stuff, YouTube? What's my merit target for today? I have no target. I have no target. This is basically what the merit trade looks like. That's not correct. If you were to look at this, so it's like here. A stop is like here-ish. And then like the first TP, you could say it's here, but that's only 2.72. I like this level here. So you've got a 4-to-1 on the daily. That's probably where I'd start cutting. And then just make it free and then just be done. Let the trade go. See if we can hit another like over 1,000% on it. So that's basically what it looks like to the first TP there. Just hunting a level. I mean, we do have this 1282 here. If it ends up getting there, I'll probably be up well over 100%. These are probably close to 60% now. No, still 56% on the Maras. That's fine. What's my Instagram? shortthevix1. That is my Instagram. Make sure that you guys are following me over there. That's where we've been killing it. TikTok, we've been killing it too, but it only looks like we've killed it once because they took down a video that I had when it got up to like 126,000 views or something. And then I was like, hey guys, what is this nonsense? And they were like, you're right. This is chill. We shouldn't have taken it down. So then they put it back up and then it runs from like 126,000 views like another 100,000 up to like 230K. And then they took it down. And I was like, hey guys, didn't we just go over this? So I had to like do a support ticket with them, but it's fine. I had another one at like 100K or something. It's cool. You guys have been showing a lot of support. I appreciate that. Affirm's not doing anything today. I like how Mara looks here. But yeah, this is all in the ebook. This is all of this stuff is in the ebook with you guys. We go over this in depth. Let's see here. It's free. Get your butt on there. His OnlyFans money is run dry. Guys, I don't think you guys understand. Like, streaming sucks. It's not fun. We're almost at 100 likes, though. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. First day back, we're cracking 100 likes. We're above 12 on Mara. Looking good here. What do I have for these? I've got the 14s for December 15th. That's what I'm looking at there. That's what we've got. So, ES doing 0. This is just nonsense. I don't like, especially last week. If you guys traded a lot last week, you need to look internally at yourself and say, why am I a degenerate dum-dum? Like, seriously. I viewed last week as a week off. I was like, yeah, I'll sit here for like 30 minutes and look at it, but I'm going to go by the pool, go play golf, and shoot big guns. And go talk about the financial system with people who are way better at it than I am. Like, were you supposed to download it when you signed up? Yeah, when you put your email and name in, when you click the button, it just pops it up, and then you're supposed to download it. My green screen in the basement? You mean my wildly overpriced apartment? Mara's just chilling. If this thing can hold up in here today, that'd be good. This thing loves to whip around though, so when you throw this back on the 15, like this thing could easily just sell aggressively down. Like it is what it is. This is a smaller size trade for me. Mainly the reason being is that if you look at this here on the daily, you didn't really tighten up enough. Like if you look at this one, this is perfect. This is absolutely picture perfect. I would take probably more size if I saw something like this again, where you have this big move to the upside, you have this large period of consolidation, it tightens up, the volume's declining, and then boom. This one's a little bit different. So it's more following what I drew you guys in, I drew it on this day. September? Maybe I didn't. I mean, it was at the end of September or in October where we drew this with you guys. But this is nothing here. You got 0. Can I explain Apex and how it works? Yeah. So what happens is you pay them, like, let's say you want the $150,000 account. You pay them $30, and then you then have to pass their challenge, which is on the 150. I believe it's like don't lose $5,000, but make $9,000. Now they do have a trailing drawdown, which kind of sucks, but you're also able to have 20 accounts with Apex. So like, if you think about it, like if you like the 50K accounts, I think are like $18. But today's the last day for this sale that they have. It's a 90% off sale. So if you want to do it, I mean, today's the last day. Once you pass, you then get put into a quote unquote live account. It's not a live account. I don't think. I mean, who knows? But who cares? It doesn't matter. Then you're able to trade, and then you're able to take withdrawals from it. So you can basically, so let's say that you have $1,000 that you want to enter the market with. It makes 0 sense for you to go out and try and use that $1,000 to then make $100,000. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. But you can pay Apex $18 to $30, pass their test, and then I think, what is it? The max withdrawal for the first 3 months per account on the 150 is like, I don't know, like $2,700. So you can make per month like $5K with one account, and it cost you $30. So you just took a tiny percentage of the money that you wanted to use for trading, sort of levered it up safely, and then were able to take profits out of it. It's demo until your 3rd or 4th month. Yeah, but like, here's the deal. For you guys, it doesn't matter if it's demo or live. Like, the result's the same. I mean, yeah, they cap you at the withdrawals a little bit, but like, who cares? If you have 20 accounts, like if you have, let's just say that you pass all of them. 20 times 18 is what? A little less than $400? Yeah, you pay the activation fee or whatever. But let's say you get up to, I think for the 50K account, it's like, what? 2,000 or something. All right, multiply 20 times 2,000, and you can do that twice a month. It's like, all right, who cares? Who cares? And it also makes a lot more sense because let's say you made like $4,000 in a month on one account, which is almost 10% on a 50K account. If you withdrew all of it, your drawdown number is 0. So you can't you can't lose at all. 0. You cannot lose because you took it out and you brought yourself back down. So it actually makes sense for them to cap you that way anyway. Think about it if you had $100,000 of your own money and you made, let's say, $10,000 in a month. I mean, you could take out the 10 grand if you wanted to, but you're probably not because then you're just back in the same position and you're not compounding anything. That's how I view a lot of this. It's like I have separate accounts for different things. Like I have like larger accounts that like I'll make some money in and I'll just take it out, or I'll have like small fuck around accounts where I'll just like be like, all right, I'm just gonna keep flipping them and not take anything out. Cause why? It doesn't matter. I don't need the money. Just looking at the quantity, yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to do the 90% off with Apex, the link's at the top of the live chat. Today's the last day to do it. I don't think they're doing any more of those sales this year either, but I don't know. So, and then I think my affiliate code is 50% off. So I think if you wanted to do it after, I think mine gets you 50. I don't know. I don't really care. Like TLT coming back here. What's Mara doing? Yep. See Mara slipping a little bit here. Nothing crazy. Apex is just a faster way for you to eventually fund yourself. Exactly. That's how you have to view prop firms. That's exactly correct. Future stuff, the actual setup of Ninja and all the mechanics of it, then you stick with options? No, Pepe, it's actually way easier. It's way simpler. I mean, obviously, I told you guys about what happened to me when I was like getting into futures, and I was just like, all right, I'll just like paper trade it to understand like the just how the broker worked for like a week. And you have to make sure you're canceling orders. You pay your bills day trading and make wealth with the Leafs and shares. Yeah, that's the way to do it. What's up? You're late? All good, Tyler. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Guys, we're also 12 likes away from 100 on the first stream back. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back live tomorrow, too. Might as well. Screw it. Let's do it. Screw it. You know? Yeah, this is not doing anything for me today. So I probably won't day trade anything. Or, I mean, unless a trend really starts to develop, but you guys know all the rules from the ebook and everything. Or, nah, you don't know all of them. You don't. There's a lot of nuances to it. And Tyler and I were going over this, too, one day, where he's like, do you like this one? And I was like, no, I don't like that one. There's a couple of things, and you guys will see it in all of the back testing. And it's interesting, too. Nobody will do this for you guys. Like most people out there, like you see all these people that are just like, come trade with me, do all this stuff. And it's like, all you're fucking doing is just gambling together. This is just a studied, developed, back-tested system. And they also aren't going to show you the back test because if they did, you would see that it doesn't work over the long term. This has 0 losing months. None. 0. Thank you. Some months are way bigger than others, but again, it's a question of, do you want to make money or do you want to have fun in the market screwing around every single day? I'm here to make money. Apple on the daily looks like fun. Let me look. I don't hate it. It's just, it's almost moved up too much. Like you're holding here, but Apple's not something that I would swing. Apple's not really something that I would swing. I'd swing things like Mara, Roblox, things like that, like smaller market cap things that can make a bigger move. Which again, you can view it in terms of ATR. If it has a certain percentage ATR, average trading range or average true range, whatever you want to call it, then it makes more sense to me because if you start going outside of that range, the moves are a lot bigger, which is most of the time going to happen when these swings start to really hit, like big time. So who knows? I mean, the only real trade that I've had for swings over the last few weeks that I've had is the 600% PayPal. Like, okay, you made 600%. Thanks. Like, why do I have, again, why, then it's like, why do I have to keep trying to force one? It's like, no, just wait for the next setup to come. Which there's a lot of them right now. The market just needs to not, poop itself. But the CTA stuff is interesting because if you look at like the recent, and not this weekend's newsletter, but the one before, we talked about CTAs, which again is so important to everything. They were wildly net short and then flipped it to net long, but there's a larger chart that you can look at that they've been overall net short for a longer period of time, and they're just getting back to around neutral. So my initial thoughts on it was, yeah, they could easily get a little bit tired on this buying rally, which is still very true. You're not going to see it go from wild short to ripping net long on that longer frame. But that's kind of what happened on that shorter frame that we were looking at. I got to look at that chart again and see. Yeah, I got to look at that chart again and take a look. Well, let's see. All right, guys. It's 10:01 a.m. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of preparation to do. For this new project that's getting released to you guys, I think next week is when we're going to do it. Launch it to all you guys. Make sure again that you guys are on the email list there, which is, where is it? You get the free ebook, you get the email list. We're going to do it live this week. So here, hold on. Let me stop. Here it is here. Yeah, so I'm throwing the link to the ebook and the email list, the newsletter, in the live chat there. Make sure that you guys are on there and follow me on Instagram. I think tomorrow I'm going to announce what we're doing, and the rewards that you guys are going to get from being a part of and taking advantage of all that, those free resources. So we got some big stuff coming, guys. We got some big and fun things coming. We're gonna really get you guys printing in a very, very easy and laid back way that doesn't take a whole lot of effort for you guys to do on a strategy that really, really, really prints. And again, remember, today's the last day to get 90% off with the Apex accounts with that Save 90 code. If you guys want to do it, go for it. If not, perfectly fine. But team, I will see you guys later. Peace.